Algebra 2, today we're going to talk about dividing polynomials. So we've added, subtracted, and multiplied polynomials. Now we're going to divide polynomials. So if I give you a problem and I say divide 5x squared minus 11x minus 21, so divide this polynomial by x minus 3. We're going to find out if x minus 3 is a factor. Okay? In order for this to be a factor of 5x squared minus 11x minus 21, the remainder has to equal 0. Okay? If it does equal 0, then it's a factor. If it does not equal 0, then it's not a factor. So we're going to treat this like we do long division. Okay? So we have 5x squared minus 11x minus 21. And we're going to write a division problem here. Okay, we're going to put x minus 3 on the outside. So the way we do this is we take our front term and we ask ourselves how many times, what do you have to multiply it by in order to get it to go into 5x squared? So x, the way we get from x to 5x squared is multiply it by 5x. So we want to line it up over the right exponent here. Again, x times 5x is equal to 5x squared. That's how we got the 5x. After that step, what you want to do, let me erase these, is you're going to distribute the 5x back to the 3 and the 5x. So you have 5x squared. 5x times negative 3 is negative 15x. Okay? Now just like in long division, if I were to make up a number, say 134, and divide that by 3. 3 goes into 13 4 times. We multiply it back, we get 12. And from this step, we subtract. So what we're going to do is the same exact thing here. We're going to subtract. So put a minus here. Now this becomes negative minus another negative. So all you have to remember to do is after you distribute is switch the symbols here. Okay? So now this becomes negative 11 plus 15, which is 4x. Let's go over here. The next step after that is we bring the 4 down. So here we're going to bring the negative 21 down. Same thing. How many times 3 go into 14? 4 times. How many times does x go into 4x? You have to multiply it by 4 for that to take place. Now, the same steps. We're going to distribute the 4 now to both terms. So you get 4 times x, which is 4x. 4 times negative 3, which is negative 12. And again, switch the symbols, because we're going to subtract. Negative 21 plus 12 is a negative 9. Here, okay, 4 times 3 is 12, and you subtract and you get 2. You get a remainder of 2 on this problem. Same thing here, remainder of negative 9. So if I were to ask you, is x minus 3 a factor of 5x squared minus 11x minus 21? The answer would be no, because the remainder is not 0. Okay? So that is one type of problem that you're going to have to do. So long division. Again, the first question you ask yourself after you set it up is how do I get from x to 5x squared? What do I multiply by? I multiply by 5x. Distribute, subtract, bring down. How do I get from x to 4x? Multiply by positive 4. Distribute, subtract. Okay, and we're just going to do those over and over, those steps. Now the next problem, if I ask you, I'm going to say 6x cubed minus 8 minus 7x squared minus 26x divided by 3x plus 4. Now when we set this up, when you set up your problem, you have to put it in descending order of exponents. So instead of writing it like this underneath, we're going to put 6x cubed minus 7x squared minus 26x minus 8. Again, you want descending order. I'm like going down here. There we go. And then we have the 3x plus 4 over here. Again, x cubed, x squared, x to the first power, no x. Okay? So now, just like our first problem, we're going to do the same steps. How do you get from 3x to 6x cubed? Well, 3 times 2 is equal to 6, and we need 2 powers of x, so 2x squared. Now, if you're having trouble trying to figure that out, just take this inside term and divide it by the outside term. And what you'd do is reduce. 6 divided by 3 is 2. X cubed over x to the first. So you do 3 minus 1, which leaves x squared. And again, always line it up with the right exponent. So, now what we do with that is we distribute back. So we go back to both terms. 2x squared times 3x is 6x cubed. 2x squared times 4 is a positive 8x squared. Okay? Now again, switch the symbols. So we're going to make this a minus. We're going to make that a minus. So this becomes a minus. Negative 7 minus 8 is negative 15x squared. Then we bring down the negative 26x. Now we ask ourselves, how do I get from 3x to negative 15x squared? Well, first of all, it's going to be a negative because positive times a negative is a negative. 15 divided by 3 is 5. X squared divided by x is x. So we multiplied it by negative 5x. So now we distribute that back. Negative 5x times 3x is negative 15x squared. Negative 5x times positive 4 is a negative 20x. And again, we switch the symbol. Negative 26 plus 20 is a negative 6x. We bring down the negative 8. Now, how do you get from 3x to negative 6x? Well, the x's are taken care of. All you have to do is multiply this by a negative 2. We distribute the negative 2. We get negative 6x minus 8. Negative 2 times 4. Switch the symbol. You notice here this becomes 0. Our remainder is 0. So we can say this is a factor. So 3x plus 4 is a factor of 6x cubed minus 7x squared minus 26x minus 8. Okay? So again, with all these long division problems, this is how you solve all of these. So again, don't forget, set it up in descending exponential order. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay? So again, how do you get from 3x to 6x cubed? We multiply it by 2x squared. Distribute it back. Subtract. 3x times negative 5x gives us negative 15x squared. Distribute. Subtract. 3x times negative 2 is equal to negative 6x. Distribute. Subtract. Just that same step over and over. Okay? Well, good luck with that, and that is how we divide polynomials.